Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks fans of all ages, something miraculous has happened. It has happened. Yes, the Knicks have clinched the playoff berth for the first time since 2013. We here. That's right. We here. This is incredible. This is fantastic. Last night was devastating, and then tonight it's total elation. Wow. What a life it is to be a Knicks fan. Huh? What a life after the suffering that we've endured for basically 20-something years. Because, yeah, we had that little flurry with Melo in 2013, but it didn't last. But this feels like it's just the beginning of something truly magical beginning to happen here. Wow. And I gotta say, it happened on May 12th, my son's birthday. He turned 21 today, and I started this whole thing for him because we used to meet and talk about the Knicks all the time. And now when he went to college, I just didn't see him that often. So this was a way to create a dialogue for him, to give him, my feedback, my takes on things. And the fact that, they could have clinched it. They wouldn't have been able to clinch it last night. Atlanta had to lose, I believe, also. So we got, the Celtics, actually. Thank you, Kevin Love and the Cavs. Thank you. Thank you for making my son's birthday magical and something truly wonderful for the rest of the Knicks nation. This is incredible. This is incredible. Let's look at the standings right now. The Knicks right now are locked in. We have this. We're guaranteed to make it into the playoffs. We clinched it. We can't fall worse than 6th place. Can you believe I'm even saying that? 6th place? There was a long period of time where we weren't even thinking, oh, maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get the play-in. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get, end up the 7th or 8th seed, and then we only have to win 1 game as opposed to 2, which is what the 9th and 10th seeds have to do. Wow. The Atlanta Hawks, man, they pulled out another big win against the Wizards tonight. The Wizards battled, man. I actually thought the Wizards were going to pull it off, and they didn't. And, man, when I saw them lose and Atlanta win, I was like, oh, man. But at the same time, I kept switching back and forth over to the Celtics Cavs game. Can you guys believe this? This is incredible. But let me tell you something. This ain't over. This is not over. Yes, we're in 6th right now. And Miami's ahead of us. And so's Atlanta. Atlanta's got the 4th. Miami's got the 5th. But, Atlanta's got 2 games remaining. And Miami and the Knicks both have 3 games remaining. A lot can happen. I mean, look, we were in 4th yesterday morning. We were in 4th. So anything can happen. The one thing here is that Atlanta, they have the tiebreakers. I'm going to go through it because, they finish in 4th. If they finish tied with the Knicks, we'll run through it. We'll see. In fact, let's go look at tomorrow night. Actually, tomorrow night is awesome because tomorrow night, all 3 of these teams play. Here we go. So we have the Spurs who got beat by the Nets, even though they kind of made it close for a little while, and then eventually the Nets just pulled away. So they played tonight, the Spurs. So now they play the Knicks tomorrow night. That's a tough back-to-back. I know the Suns came in and they pulled the game out from us after losing to the Nets. But yeah, the Spurs ain't the Suns, man. The Spurs ain't the Suns. So I have a really good feeling. Especially with the energy jolt that knowing that you definitely clinched the playoff spot is going to give this team, the Knicks. It's going to be fast. I think we're going to wipe the floor with the Spurs. And that's my hope. I don't care if it's a 1-point win. I don't care if it's a double overtime and we still win it. I want that game. We should win that game. And then the Hawks have the Magic. Now, let me tell you, this looks like, oh man, the Hawks are so much better. They're playing great or whatever. But you know what? The Magic can surprise. The Magic's they have some players. These guys, they want to prove something. They're all battling for spots next season. This is not a gimme game. And also, the Hawks played tonight a very exhausting game against the Wizards. So there's a good chance. There's a good chance the Magic could upset the Hawks. So then that'll put the Hawks, basically, we'll be tied with the Hawks. Ooh, yeah. All right. So actually, no, we will not be tied with the Hawks. That is incorrect. So if the Hawks lose tomorrow night, they'll be 39-32. We'll be 39-31. So we'll be ahead of them. But the Hawks only have one game left, and we have 2 more games after that. So we'll check that out. All right, let's look at it. So here we go. So this is tomorrow night, and the Miami Heat they're going to host the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, the Sixers, they don't want to get into any bad habits. They especially don't want to drop a game to the Heat that they might actually play in the playoffs. So they're going to come all guns blasting away at the Heat. So that's going to be a game to watch. Wow, all 3 games are on at the same time. Gonna do a lot of bouncing back. I'm gonna have like my one game on my iPhone, the other game on my laptop, and the other game on my League Pass on Apple TV. It's gonna be glorious. God, I love this time of year. I love this, and the fact that we can smile right now. The fact that we're not like basically ignoring the standings and just thinking about the summer and the draft and all that stuff. Fantastic, man. We're blessed. We're blessed right now. We're blessed that this team, and they work so hard. They're so gritty. They battle. Even, I know that game last night was a heartbreaker, but they battled, man. In some ways, they had no business even being in that game. You know, with missing IQ, missing Burks, Julius having a kind of an odd game, and Derrick Rose had a fantastic game, but RJ, probably one of his worst games of the season, and yet there we were in overtime and almost pulled that game out. But anyway, so here we go. So tomorrow night, I predict Knicks are going to win. I think there's a chance, most likely the Hawks win. But let's play it out. Let's play it out that the Hawks lose. Okay, let's play it out. Just follow this path with me. Knicks win, Hawks lose, and Miami Heat lose. So that will then put us back into 4th position. 39-31, with the Hawks 39-32 and Miami Heat 38-32. All right, so now let's jump to the next game, which is Saturday. Saturday, only the Heat and the Knicks play. We play the Hornets. You know, the Hornets are tough. They're scrappy. They're battling themselves. They're in the play-in scenario, so they'll have stuff to play for. So that's not an automatic win, obviously, for the Knicks. It's not like when we played the Houston Rockets. But again, you know, we have a lot to battle for here, because if the Hawks lose tomorrow night, it's going to motivate the Knicks even more to try to win out the rest of the games. So we're playing the scenario out where the Hawks lose tomorrow night. So then the Knicks just rise up, they take this game, and Miami Heat against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Good luck, Miami. Good luck, Miami, because for the same exact reason that the Sixers don't want to drop the game, the Bucks aren't going to want to drop a game to the Heat, because they don't want to give the Heat any life, you know? So let's just play it out. Bucks win. Heat loses. So the Heat go to 38-33, and the Knicks go to 40-31. Oh, so let's go to Sunday, the final day of the season. Can you believe we're finally reaching the end of this season? When this season started, man, my son and I, at Christmas time when he was here, we went through the whole schedule and we made our own predictions. We guessed that the Knicks would win about 38-39 games. And I'm sure people thought we were crazy at that point. But that's just what we saw. That's just how we saw it out. I mean, you know, we watched the preseason games, and we could see the talent that RJ was, you know, that he has, and then IQ was really interesting. And man, this is even before Derrick Rose even joined. Derrick Rose, thank you so much, Derrick Rose. Thank you for being the kind of person that you are. And I'm not even just talking about you as an athlete. Your whole mentality is, I mean, I'm in awe, actually, especially from the first time around that we had that whole experience, which didn't go well. So this is truly, it just shows, man. It shows people really deserve second and third chances sometimes. Look at Julius too. You know, this is a team of redemption. This is a team of redemption. This is the team of redemption. RJ redeemed himself from last season, this year. Julius has totally redeemed himself for the same exact thing. And now Derrick Rose. Wow. And Tom Thibodeau. Let's give Coach Thibs the proper respect, he's also redeemed himself. He really has. You know, he smiles a lot more. Players say he's really approachable now. Yeah, he holds them accountable, but he has that great balance of holding them accountable and also being approachable and likable. And these guys want to play hard for him. Wow, fantastic. All right, let's go. Sunday, final game. This is a tough one because the Celtics, I know they've been stumbling. They lost to the Cavs, but you never know, man. You never know. But then again, if the Knicks win the 2 in a row and the Hawks are battling the Rockets, they know, okay, wait a second, guys. If we win, then we get at least the 5th seed. If the Hawks lose, yes. Okay, if the Hawks win both of the next 2 games, they clinch 4th seed. That's just what happens. If the Hawks lose one of the next 2 games, you know, and the Knicks win all out, the Knicks end up with the 4th seed and the Hawks with the 5th seed. Because the Hawks will finish with a 40-32 record, and the Knicks will finish with a 41-31 record. And Miami, this game is a gimme. I mean, it's an easy one for Miami. But then again, they're on the road. It's back to back. Yeah, it's back to back on the road for them. So that's a lot. But you know what? They have great players there. Jimmy Butler. They're not going to want to lose the last 2 games of the season. So, or even the last 3. So I have them winning this game. So they're going to finish with a 39-33 record. The Hawks finish with a 40-32 record, and the Knicks finish with a 41-31 record. That is my prediction, and it's also my hope. There is a very, 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 very real and legitimate possibility that the Hawks just win all out. They win the final 2 games, and they finish 41-31, tied with us, and they get the tiebreaker. But who cares? We're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to be in the first round, and we're most likely going to play these Hawks in the first round, which is what we want. We want that, even though I don't actually really care. I actually don't care. I'm just happy as fuck that we're in the playoffs, and bring on any team. Seriously, just bring them on. Because in a 7-game series with Tom Thibodeau as the coach, and these scrappy players, gritty players, hard-nosed players that play incredible defense, you never know. We could screw up the rhythm of some of these shooters that's on the Hawks, and we could take that series. Or anybody, Miami, anybody, Bucks, wherever we end up. We end up in the 6th seed and we have to play the Bucks. Bring them on. Bring them on. Let's do it. My God, this is fantastic. I'm so happy. Happy birthday, Dylan. Happy birthday, my son. Man, happy birthday, and happy day for everybody of every age who's stuck with this team, all this time. This is your reward, man. Look at that. Look at that little hairline right there. Above it are all the teams that are clinched the playoff berth tonight. Let's go, Knicks. Let's go, Knicks. Let's keep this run going. Alrighty. Hey, if this is your first time here or you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and turn on that bell so you get the notification when I drop a new video, and hit that thumbs up for me. I would really appreciate it. Really appreciate the thumbs up. All right, man. Well, this has truly been an awesome ride to be with you guys. Really appreciate all your support and all your feedback. It's wonderful. I get a lot of my ideas from the feedback, the dialogue that we have, and I really want to keep that going for many weeks to come. All righty. See you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go into the Knicks-Verse, into the playoffs. Yes!